Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to continue to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. Okay, so in the last episode we saw World War One break, World War One start. We saw some stuff happening there, and yeah, today we're probably going to. It might be the final part of World War One. I don't know, but yeah, just get into it. Oh yeah, and also you should watch last episode probably. But yeah, let's go back. Right, so let's let's start in the colonial here because why not? Got the Dutch getting in a bad situation because also Spain is not. Wait, Catalonia, yeah, Catalonia is starting to attack Nigeria because they don't have to fight Portugal anymore. And yeah, in the end, even if Kaliningrad will be able to do something here though. But then it will eventually get stopped. And also this island will be taken by the English. Alright. Now let's go into other places yeah, let's go to America. California didn't surrender yet, I think. And for this reason they're going to fight against Japan. But since they now have to fight like the entire Japanese army, they are going to fall and they surrender. Meanwhile, though, Kaliningrad will be able to connect their two halves and they will start absolutely crippling the Japanese colony in America. Later, yeah, it's not really good situation for Japan. But now let's go to take a look here. Okay, so Crimea, after winning another battle against Kaliningrad, will start trying to push back against the Russians. Which, though they will be able to break here and start invading, and yeah, we'll get pretty close. Yeah, it's not a really good situation for them. But now the English can actually fight in the Atlantic, in the North Sea, like here. They can actually fight against the Dutch. But yeah, they aren't winning right now, even with Scottish help. But they will manage to make a pushback against the body and stuff, and yeah, and because also Kaliningrad will keep going, and yeah, but now they managed to break through against Pink Romania, which is basically cooked, and they almost fell. And yeah, it's not a really good situation. And thanks to them, they're also going to attack Crimea from here. But Pink Romania decides to not surrender and to keep fighting till the end. Alright, I think we covered all fronts. And let's go here, I guess. Oh yeah, the Unitarian Republic of Chile is now sending help to the democracies. Like seriously, they're sending help. They're now. Oh, the Hawaii didn't get discovered yet. Oh yeah, that's not true. Like, guys, they are probably Japanese at this point. Like, here. And yeah, that's it. Thanks to them, Japan can actually make something to change the tides of the war. Maybe. It's a pretty hard plan, but they could. Especially after the surrender of California. Oh, but now Baja California is going to join the war because Kaliningrad is going to invade them. They're going to put resistance, but eventually Kaliningrad will conquer. But now people don't really like to be under Kaliningrad. This part of Kaliningrad, it's become pretty unstable. Some guerrilla warfare starts, and yeah, it's pretty good. And now Japan, thanks to this, can make. They are going to make the most intense naval operation probably. They're going to make something incredible. Kaliningrad didn't expect a naval operation here. They didn't even expect one. Like, and the Japanese fleet is better than Kaliningrad, so yeah, they're going to win. Will this change the tides of the war? Yeah, it will. Kaliningrad has now to send troops there. And thanks to that, Japan can actually like turn to stalemate the north, which is a good thing. And also push back a bit here. Yeah. But Kaliningrad can still win this, like, yeah. Unitarian Republic of Chile is also going to send help to this naval operation. Yeah, it's a pretty good thing. But now, let's go take a look. No, I think, yeah, in the Asian theater is over. Let's go take a look here, where we can see Kaliningrad absolutely beating the English here and getting ready to defeat their colony. But it's the stalemate because Catalonia is helping now. Yeah, pretty good. And also, do you guys note that South Africa has been colonized by Russia in the scramble? Yeah, this colony is pretty far away. Like, seriously. And they weren't even that much. They weren't really pro-war. And the country of South Africa is going to come back with a rebellion. And Russia can't do anything to stop them. And they now realize that if they do not pull out of the war, they could risk something else. Or at least that's what they think. So yeah, after losing a battle here, they are going to retreat out of the war, knowing that they still won, basically. But yeah, Kaliningrad doesn't like that they pulled out of the war. All of their allies are leaving. They don't have that much left anymore. Or do they only have the Dutch? Hold up, I think they only have the Dutch. Oh yeah. Here, these locations are pretty isolated, but Kaliningrad still probably can't. I mean, like, they still cannot take Iceland. England and Scotland aren't enough to take them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But now, thanks to this, Crimea can send their full army to fight Kaliningrad. And that's not a good thing. And also, the Bosphorus is now sending their army to help in Romania, which is actually managing to save themselves a bit. Also, Bari will manage to stop Kaliningrad after that they got a bit strong. Not only that, but they're also making an offensive, which will go pretty good. And yeah, these are the front lines of World War I in Europe right now. And now it's not going to great for no. Yeah, it's not good. But let's go back to the colonial front. Because Kaliningrad is focusing their all on beating this landing. They have to defeat them or they are cooked. But Japan is going to have the help of the Baja California population. And they're going to also liberate that too. And they're going to connect their naval landings. But this leaves Japan a bit distracted. Even though they manage to break the stalemate, a military general decides to attack Japan to still try to attack them. And they manage to do pretty good. California is now considering to re-enter the war. Yeah, it's like a pretty fair match, but it's like they're fighting for a lot of time, like probably been 4 years of fighting and people are really getting tired. People want to pull out of the war as soon as possible. Because this war, yeah, it's like not that good. For this, though Kaliningrad will leave some African, they will, they will, they will get pushed back in Africa a bit. And yeah, that's it for the African front right now. But now let's go here to the Dutch because oh, it's not getting good. Yeah, so the English are realizing that maybe fighting in the colonies more than in the mainland isn't a great idea, and they decide to defend their British Isle. And they managed to do that. The Dutch really don't have the navy. I mean, they could have if they still had that small land that they had in England, but they lost it. Yeah. The English failed to invade to make a naval operation though. Yeah. But also now Crimea is going absolutely mental. They are attacking. They are marching to Kaliningrad to try to get the capital, which is pretty close. They aren't that far away. And also, yeah, they're going to retreat from something Romania land. And also from somebody land. Yeah, it's not pretty good. Yeah, it's going bad now. It's going down now. Yeah, it's not very good. And now let's go back to the colonial theater. because oh, oh, that's really unexpected. Yeah, Japan is abandoning. They think they're abandoning. Yeah, and California decides to re-enter the war, and they start winning. But the people weren't really in favor of joining back. So, Civil War. Nope. Again, there is going to be an anti-war party fighting against the pro-war, and the anti-war is going to win. So yeah, California is out of the war once again, and yeah, it's not a pretty good situation. Alright. Kaliningrad here is going to send their troops and they're going to retake most of Baja California and also start to retake the land. But Japan will keep defending and they're planning now another naval landing since it's a stalemate. It's getting stalemate at the front. And for this reason, from these islands, Japan makes another naval operation, but Kaliningrad kind of expects it, so it's a minor gain. Yeah, it's a pretty minor gain, but it still could change something. But eventually, Kaliningrad will manage to win here. But the village is probably still under Japanese control. Yeah. So now let's go over here because oh, it's because Kaliningrad is starting to win again. But it's basically a stalemated front which will probably never end. Oh, and the bar is focusing on the Dutch. And they're doing this. Oh wow, 18 minutes of recording and it's not over yet. Yeah guys, this episode is pretty long. So yeah, it's not going that great for Kaliningrad. Especially because Pink Romania is now starting to rebel against Kaliningrad rule. And they managed to fully liberate their country. That's a really great thing. And also Crimea will start to get close to the capital. Not that much though. Like they make this. But now people are tired of war. Most of them think that they're going to lose. This war is also lasting pretty long time. They're trying to fight, fighting on all continents. People are tired. People want peace. For this reason. Oh no, you aren't ready for this. A communist revolution will break out in Kaliningrad. Yup. So yeah. Oh, it's probably socialist, but yeah, it still exists. It's almost the same thing of the Republic, but not exactly. It's like, yeah, it still gets invented, and there is now a revolution guided by a person. which is which is can actually which was a military general in the war. And look where they were fighting. Oh yeah, on the African front. And they're now guiding a revolt, which is going to be pretty popular. And yeah, with this, most of the country will start to collapse. Every single enemy country will start to win. But also, we should look at the colonies. Because, oh, what? There isn't a smart person guiding the African front? Yep, that was the best general of all the African front, and it's now gone. Because it's fighting a revolution. Yeah, Kaliningrad will start losing. And also, people are going to, yep, Angola is getting independent. And yeah, the last remaining African forces surrender. So yeah, Japan is now starting to win again, capturing another land, and yeah, it's pretty unstable. It's not a pretty good situation. But Japan know that they really aren't able to win at the North American front. So they focus on keeping some colonies at least. So yeah, a really good bunch of land will be, the good amount of land will be taken from Kaliningrad. But yeah, that's all they can take for now. But they know that they basically won the war now. Now, let's see here because, oh, Pink Romania is starting to liberate Hungary. Yeah, Pink Romania is absolutely doing good at this war. They're doing pretty good. Now, Crimea is actually not going to fight against the revolution. They don't want another war. They will let the communists win. So yeah, after that Denmark, that's pretty much conquered, and basically all of Germany is getting taken. Also some parts of, yeah, after Kaliningrad surrenders as a whole, and the Communist Republic of Kaliningrad is declared. They aren't really a republic because the leader of, yeah, it isn't pretty, it's basically what Russia is today. And also, yeah, the Dutch are the only country left, and oh yeah, they're absolutely getting slammed around. They stand no chance, and they're going to surrender. And with that, World War One is over. Maybe this is not what you guys expected. I don't know if it was a good war for you, but yeah, we're now going to take a look at Peace Treaty, a really long war, a really special war, a war which was fought in all continents. It's probably the war is going to recover really slowly because they will also, submarines were also implemented. Some planes are getting built, but still nothing major yet. A lot of bombings happened, especially when Japan, yeah, they're a democracy, but still they still bomb. stuff, just like America. Yeah. But now let's take a look at the peace treaty. Alright, I have finally finished the peace treaty. Like, oh my god, it was so. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with Africa. Pretty simple. Angola becomes independent. There is a small African country which gets independent. So Sweden and French get some land. They get some land. They basically talk. It's basically a partition of the Kaliningrad colonies. And also the Dutch don't have any African colonies anymore because the English are actually getting, and also Chad. And also Spain, and so Catalonia got some land. Yeah, and let's go here to North America because a bunch of stuff happened. The anti-war California thing became independent even though they lost land to Japan. They also here another independent country. Mexico is now independent. Portugal has took some land from Kaliningrad because most people are afraid of the communists, despite them being democratized. But yeah. Also the Dutch which got some land. The puppet state I think got some land. Japan it's actually very crippled in North America. Like they get some land but not that much. We'll talk about Alaska later. Sweden doesn't get anything in North America. And now let's get into Asia because Mongolia it's basically not the great empire that once was. Once was because Russia got some land, Kazakhstan got some land, this Siberian country is back, this Siberian formed, this Japanese puppet expanded, and Japan is now a really strong power, probably top 3 in the world. Korea also got land, there is a Manchuria state independent, which probably could get also this land. So China, which got pretty big amount of land. Central Asian country, but Mongolia is still alive. It just doesn't have the same government, and it's really still very unstable. Yeah, it's not. India will get the Indonesian and Portuguese colonies, and that's what happens to India. And yeah, it's now let's go into Europe. Oh, also the Republic of Chile got some land here from Portugal and also from Catalonia. It isn't that much, but they still got land. Alright, but now let's talk about here because this is the most important place. So we can see Crimea expanding, we can see Russia expanding. Basically, everyone afraid of the communists and they try to get as much land as possible. So yeah, that's why Sweden is now really big. But Kaliningrad still gets a bit of land. Their core territory is still there. But he also got a really huge. Also, the Hungarian puppet got Slovakia. So the Dutch lost but they still can do it. But probably the English are stronger than the Dutch now, probably. So also Iceland and Greenland are now Swedish, and also this island up here. Like also this island up here, this one. Yeah. Now let's talk about Alaska, because the king has fled to Alaska. They now have an exile government in Alaska. Yup. Kaliningrad, the old Kaliningrad, is still alive. But now we gotta talk, because lot of people have died. Lots of people everything is destroyed. There are a lot of bodies everywhere. I don't know if YouTube will ban me for that, but I don't think so. But yeah, and especially in North America, especially in the Japanese colonies, for some weird reason, people can now get back from the dead. But they aren't good people. They are bad people. They are zombies. They thought it was fiction, but no, it's real. This is the start of World War Zombie. It's not World War II, it's just like World War Zombie. Yeah,